Hi everyone, I'm back with a new video, but not a reaction video this time. I'm doing my first national final ranking video of the year. It might be my only ranking video. I'm not sure. I might do Ireland. I might do a ranking for Ireland. But one thing I will definitely do is my ranking for UMK Finland. So I've got my flag. So basically, I got this flag from Liverpool. When I was in Liverpool for Eurovision, I went to a shop in the middle of the city on the day before the final to get a Finnish flag to support Karia. So it's the only flag that I own in my life. So yeah, I may as well use it. So yes, UMK Finland. I've been doing this video for a few years now, my ranking of UMK. Normally it would be a top 7, but as we know, the band One Morning Left withdrew from the competition, or were, well, I don't know if they were actually disqualified. The reason that UMK gave was a rule breaking, but actually I think the reason why they've left is because of allegations towards a member of the band, which led to not only the band withdrawing from UMK, but the whole band have actually split up now. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so there were 7, and now there's only 6 songs, so it makes it a lot easier to rank. So the song Puppy would actually have been my number 1 or my joint number 1. So obviously that's gone now, so I've got a proper new number 1. And it wasn't really that difficult for me to rank this. I mean, it's so easy when you've got a nice small national final with just a handful of songs, not like all these other national finals that have got about 45 songs and 5 semi-finals in them. It's just so hard to keep up with, too hard to follow, and sometimes a bit unnecessary, really. Like UMK has proven to us that you can have quality over quantity, and that is a good example of that, you know. I find with UMK that you never get any bad songs. Like there's nothing really bad at all, you know, even though I've done a ranking and I've got a last place, it doesn't mean it's bad. So, you know, even though this might not be the best UMK we've ever had, like it's not the strongest lineup this year, but yeah, it's just interesting how smaller national finals with less entries are sometimes better than the ones that are just too long. I don't think Finland have a winner of Eurovision this year, and I don't think they have much of a contender at all, really, but we can talk about that a little bit later on. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing bad, you know, there isn't usually anything bad in UMK, luckily. But of course, I've got my last place, and for me, it is Costi, which I think was one of the first songs to be released, or like one of the first. Um, I haven't got much to say about it. I just think it's one of the most forgettable of all of them. I think a lot of people would agree with me and have this at the bottom as well, because people are not really talking much about this. It's just, I mean, from when I have listened to it, I think it's okay, you know, it's decent enough, but it doesn't really stick with me. And yeah, I just sort of forgot about it. I had to listen to it again to do my ranking, because it's just one of the more forgettable ones, I think. And that's all I can say, really. I mean, yeah, it's not bad, um, but I just don't remember it. I can't even tell you now how it sounds. So yeah, just forgettable for me. So then next up, one above from that, I've got Nelly, um, which is a little bit more memorable for me. I can remember the chorus with that one. Um, I like the music video, the whole aesthetic, all the colours, the pink and the grey, sort of pastel colours. I really like that. Not that that's relevant, but I like it. Um, yeah, she's got this like contemporary dance sort of thing going on. But again, it's not really doing a lot. It's not really competitive. I can't see it winning UMK. It's pleasant enough. It's fine. I should mention actually, um, talking about like the overall lineup. Um, I've only added like one or two songs to my playlist from UMK, and normally I would add a few more than that. So yeah, maybe that just shows that this year is not the best year. Um, but yeah, Nelly is my number 5. And then I have Naya River with Nightmares, and I think this was the very first song to be revealed. Now, yeah, I like this a little bit more than the other two. I was thinking of moving it up a little bit more actually. Maybe I will after we see it live. The things that come to mind as soon as I heard it for the first time were three things actually. First of all, Kano from Norway. Like that sounds exactly like a Kano song or Kino. I still don't know what it is, but you know what I mean. And also Sara Alto. It was giving me a lot of Sara Alto vibes, and also maybe Cascada, like early 2000s Euro dance kind of. So it sounds very, very familiar. I can imagine Alexandra from Kano singing that. And it was kind of giving me Monsters by Sara Alto as well. So maybe it sounds a little bit too similar to other things, like immediately you can feel like you've heard it somewhere before. Um, but it is catchy, it's fun. I like her voice as well. So I'm going through this really quickly. I mean, there's not much to go through, really. I'm already at number 3, and for my number 3, I have the favourite to win the whole thing, and that is Erica. A lot of hype around this. This is the one to beat, really. I mean, you could say it's a conclusion already that she's winning and there's no other option. That could very well be the case. Um, yeah, I have different opinions about this. So I've got this as my 3rd place. You've seen my reaction video. I didn't like it when I heard it first. And I'm still not really fully on board with it. It has grown on me a little bit. It has, I will say that, but not enough for me to understand the hype over it. There's so much excitement over this. I mean, is it because it's Erica? Like, is that really why? Because you always get these moments where you think, okay, are they winging this based on name alone? Is it that kind of thing? Because the song, it has grown on me a little bit, but it's still not quite doing it for me, really. But I think I will have to get used to it because it is the favourite to win UMK. I think the problem I have, and not just about this particular song, but in general, because it happens pretty much every year, is when something gets hyped up a lot, but you personally don't really see what other people are seeing. And that puts you off the song. I think that's what's happened with me, like, because I don't understand the hype over it, it's kind of put me off it a little bit, because I've seen people, not many people, but I've seen a few people call this top 10 in the final, and I've even seen a few people call it a potential Eurovision winner, which I don't agree with that at all. I mean, not only is it too early to say that, but I don't see why that is a potential winner of Eurovision. I just don't get that. And even worse, something else I've seen, which is even worse than that, the running order for, not the running order, the allocation draw for the semi-finals happened a few days ago, and Finland are in semi-final 2, I think. And the amount of people on Twitter that I saw saying about how, oh, Finland are closing semi-final 2, Erica is going to close the semi-final. And I thought, what? Where? Why are you saying that? Like, for a song that hasn't even won the national final yet, and we haven't even heard all the other songs from that semi-final, and we've decided that Finland are closing semi-final 2. Like, that was just very strange to me. So yeah, it's, I just wonder if people are going to be disappointed, if it goes to Eurovision, which it probably will. Why have we decided it's top 10 material? I think it's just too, we need to be a bit more cautious, because as a fan, the more that you become a fan, the more you learn that we don't know what's going to happen. And, songs that, that we really love, just because we love them, doesn't mean they will do well, and we will end up being disappointed with something. So yeah, I think we should be a bit more cautious with calling things a potential winner when it's too early to do that. But the good thing, I said it has grown on me a little bit, and it has. I've tried to listen to it more, and I do find when I wear my proper headphones, my wireless headphones, it does sound better. And you can really tell that it feels like it belongs in a stadium, in an arena, like that build up at the end, that big dramatic build up. Yeah, you can really feel the atmosphere with that it was made for an arena. So that's a good thing. Um, yeah, I don't mind the song, but I don't seem to be in love with it or as excited about it as a lot of other people are. But number 3 is okay. I think the staging will be interesting with that one when we find out what the staging will be like. Could it fall apart live, or could it strengthen its chance to win? Um, well, we'll wait and see. But yeah, we don't know about what the staging will look like yet for any of them. But yeah, I'm probably in a bit of a minority there, but the big favourite is my third place. So my top 2, number 2 for me is Goldilocks with Made Of. And yeah, this has grown on me more as well, actually. Um, when I first heard it, it was really striking to me how radio friendly it was. It's very current, very modern, very radio friendly. It actually reminds me of Dua Lipa, and I've heard a lot of other people mention that as well. It's got this sort of Dua Lipa sound to it, and probably other things as well that I just can't think of right now. But it's not competitive at all. It doesn't really feel like it was made for a competition, which doesn't feel like a bad thing necessarily. almost in a good way, actually. You know, it just fits in nicely, pleasant to listen to, quite catchy. I do have it in my head sometimes. I wasn't sure at first on the style of voice. I wasn't even sure if she was talking in English to start off with, but she is in English for the whole thing, but it didn't sound like that at first. But yeah, I like her overall style and vibe. Um, yeah, I don't think it's winning UMK at all because it's just not competitive. But I still quite like it though. Like, I appreciate it for what it is. It doesn't feel like it belongs in a competition. But again, not in a bad way for some reason. You know, it's well, maybe it will do better than we expected. It could do pleasantly well. Um, but yeah, I've got this above Erica because, okay, maybe Erica could be more interesting live, but this song is stuck in my head more. So it's more memorable to me. So that's why I've put that at number 2 and Erica as number 3. So that means my number 1, my personal favourite of UMK this year is Vivi with Aina. I think Aina means always in Finnish. I do remember that from my Duolingo Finnish that I did last year, which I've now forgotten all about. But yeah, Aina. So this is the ballad of the year. They always have at least one ballad in UMK and it never wins. They never go for it. So I don't think we ever really expect a ballad to win. Um, but it would be so nice if it did, you know, if it could. It makes me think last year we had Paskana, which was my favourite of last year and a big fan favourite of last year in general. It didn't win. They went for fun, crazy Finland instead. So I don't think people really expect them to go for something like this, especially not with the televote. You know, I think it's like 75% televote, the voting. So it could work in favour of Erica, maybe. But I wouldn't expect this to win, but I would love it to win. It's so good. And if they are going to pick a Finnish ballad, this would be a great one to go with. It's just so lovely. Her voice is amazing. What I really like, my favourite thing about the song is towards the end, there's like a build up. It turns into like a proper like power anthem, power ballad. And I really like what she does with her voice at the end. And then it goes quiet again. And the chorus, even though it's a ballad, it's catchy, you know, it is stuck in my head sometimes. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I shouldn't expect it to win, but it's the one that I would like to win. I really like it. So there we go. That is my winner of UMK. It is Aina, a very nice Finnish ballad, but not something that we would really expect Finland to go for, so it probably won't win. So I would assume that Erica will win. You never know though. I mean, it'll be interesting if it's a completely different outcome. I will watch the final if I can. Usually over the past like 2 years, I've made a live reaction video to the result, so hopefully I can do that again with the Finnish flag again. But yes, that is my ranking. It would be very interesting to find out how similar yours is to mine. Do you agree with me? Do you completely disagree? Are you a big fan of Erica's song? and do you think she'll win? And let me know, we spoke about Erica going to Eurovision, and a lot of people seem to think it could do very well. Do you agree with that? Are you one of these people that think Finland could get a good result with this, or do you think not necessarily? It's hard to tell. Maybe you think it could even do badly at Eurovision. I'm not sure, really. I'm not saying it would do badly, but it doesn't feel like a contender to me. So yes, let me know your favourite of UMK, and feel free to put your whole ranking in the comments below, and we can see how different we all are from each other, which is part of the fun. So the final of UMK is actually on the 8th of February, which is next week. I'm filming this on the 31st of January, so literally next Saturday is the final, and that's quite early for UMK. I think it's usually later than that. I think it's been like the 20-something of February before, so that seems quite early to me. But yeah, this time next week, we will know who will represent Finland. Could Erica win UMK by a landslide? Remember, Karia was like 500 points from UMK, and just completely took it, no problem at all. Could it be like that, or closer than we think? Well, I look forward to watching it, definitely. It really is one of the best national finals, production wise, quality wise. It really is stepping forward as one of the best national finals overall from any country. So thank you, Kitos, for watching. Good luck, Finland. Let's see what happens. Thank you for watching my ranking. It's always fun to do. Let me know your winner of UMK, and I hope you enjoy watching the final next week if you are watching. I might even do a live reaction to it myself, so stay tuned for that, hopefully. So yeah, thank you all. See you for the next video, whatever that would be. We've got a lot more national finals that are happening right now that I'm behind with, some of them, so I have got stuff to catch up with. But yeah, it's all part of the fun. So see you again for the next video. Bye.